Hey everyone, welcome to Smash Trivia. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram by searching Smash Trivia to follow everything happening with me. I'll be the one with the big old green head in the profile picture. So excited to get into this. This is the Gamma Analysis. Basically, in this series, I'm gonna review everything Hulk, all the movies, TV shows, and I also do random other geeky films. Occasionally, not so geeky ones too. And I also like to mix things up once in a while by not reviewing anything. Hope you enjoy Smash Trivia Presents The Gamma Analysis. I want to ask everyone listening if they can please do something for me. Please share the hell of this podcast with all your friends. If you don't, Hulk will be angry. Now that we have all that important stuff out of the way, let's smash right into this episode. Hello, my Gamma friends. Today I'm going to review Paul, the alien comedy movie from 2011. And I'm joined by my friend and Joey from I'm Not Going In There from TikTok. How you doing, Joey?
I'm doing good. It's a Monday, but
Understandable. Yeah. Which everybody check out his TikTok. It's a great place with a lot of great content. And all right. So, what did you think of Paul?
mm, well, you know, 2011 Seth Rogen as a animated character or voicing a character can't really go wrong in my mind because
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, that's where he
Oh, yeah.
does his best work, I believe.
Yeah.
Literally,
I love Seth Rogen a lot.
I just finished watching the Sausage Party series.
Ah.
That's Seth Rogen, right? Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Seth Rogen.
It's the most I never seen voice acting that was probably so weird to film for them.
I bet. Um. Like I watched and liked, like, didn't love, but I liked the Sausage Party movie. I haven't given the TV show a shot yet, just because I've heard it's not great.
Well, yeah, it's very. If you weren't into like the original movie, you wouldn't like. It's like,
Like
and the comedy does get stale sometimes. Like the food, it gets stale.
I liked the original movie, but it wasn't like, it wasn't my favorite out of Seth Rogen's work.
Yeah, there's this movie that I forget what it's called. It has James Franco, him. It's like there are
Yeah,
celebrities playing themselves,
yeah. This is the end.
and it's like apocalypse. And like, this is the
Yeah.
end. Yeah, I saw that on Netflix.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he has a great like filmography. He does.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I love his views on everything as well. It's like he has a really refreshing look at comedy. I think, as he said, that people who can't adapt to the times irons for comedy just need to get out of the business because that shows they're not a good comedian if they can't adapt and stay funny over time.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I just felt like when watching it, I felt so called out, but I knew Seth Rogen was kind of like a nerd too. So like both you and me, I'm wearing Spider
mhm.
Man. You're wearing Groot, Deadpool. They were wearing like he had the Invincible shirt on. The other one
Oh
had like
yeah,
a Flash or like an Alien shirt. Back in 2011, it was such a cliche, if that's the right word,
mm,
that if you saw someone walk around with that, they're like a nerd. They're labeled as something. But now you see everybody wearing graphic tees and it's normalized.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
the
And
culture
Smash.
in 2011 to now is so different, but there's so many things that stayed the same or that are like can be mocked of that a 2011 movie could still be relatable and like
Definitely.
it's comedy.
To be honest, I think the idea of seeing sign like San Diego Comic Con is even more relatable now than it is back then, just because a lot more people know about it now.
Mhm.
and how big of a deal it is.
Yeah, I actually worked at Fan Expo Philly for the first time
Nice,
this
cool.
year, and I forget his name, but the actor from Arrested Development who plays the celebrity, when he has that scene where he's like, "You don't buy a book, you could." Can I curse or no?
Yeah, you can curse.
If you don't have a book, you can fuck off. Like I didn't see that behavior when I was literally with Jeff Ward, and like right next to me was like Rose McGowan on the
Nice.
screen. So like I actually it's not like a gossip or anything, but like I did ask like the people who worked there, they were like veterans working there. Is there any celebrities that have had like problems or like very like strict instructions? Rose McGowan, she needs her pens and her like stuff she's signing with to be in a certain way. And like so like seeing like the Comic Con like environment like on screen, and actually like now that I've actually worked one,
Mm.
it's just so weird to see that be
You
portrayed.
know, there while they were at the Comic Con at the beginning, there was a line that they particularly said that I felt so seen by which was they said it feels like we're meant to be here because when I've gone to a Comic Con before, or which I haven't gone to very many, but when I've gone, like I felt more welcome and comfortable than probably anywhere else that I've ever gone for an event in my life.
Hmm.
So I thought it was so cool to me that they said that line.
Yeah, I can see that's true in a way, but I don't know. There's something that I realized that even like in the self awareness of the movie, them feeling comfortable there is just like the massive marketing that like Disney Marvel pushes out to do like fan service and have like big events. Like that's what working at
Sure.
the Fan Expo kind of like
But
effed me up because
I
I
think.
realized how money how it's all about money,
Mhm.
and like I'm still collecting and stuff like,
But
but like there's just things like when you become an adult and you realize like there's so many things that are very different, like how a kid sees it or in how an adult
Mhm.
sees it, but like
True.
still have that like kid like energy when you go to places.
Yeah.
Like I felt that, and I've never like that was my second expo or Comic Con, and like there was people that I met that I am still friends with right now. I went to Lady J cosplays. She did a screening for Deadpool Wolverine. So
Nice.
I dressed up as Wolverine. I mean, my sister dressed up as Lady Deadpool. So like,
That's really cool.
yeah. And I even have a friend, Christopher, that I met at the flea market that he was working there. So we're doing like the flea markets together. So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Uh, um, no, the this film though, I honestly find this film absolutely hilarious. As and as I said, it does feel cool as a person who is a nerd or to this film. The only real criticism I have of it is I don't like how many times they use the F slur.
Yeah, but that's like
Like
20
that's a
of them.
lot. They used it a lot of times though. Like I didn't like that. But like everything else in the film, I very much enjoyed. Like that was like Paul is absolutely hilarious character. Or Seth Rogen was awesome as him. Simon Pegg, Egg, Nick. I can't remember his last name, but the other lead, they're all great.
Mhm.
I don't know about the Nick actor, but I know we both Simon Pegg and Seth Rogen are big nerds in real life as well.
Oh, Nick Frost.
Yeah, Nick Frost. I don't know about him, but I know that both Simon Pegg and Seth Rogen are massive nerds in real life. And like that's so cool to see that it's not just just a role for them. They are really kind of playing who they are in real life.
Yeah. Also, it had an impressive cast.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
bro.
Like I was
But you know what?
I did not remember when I watched this as a teenager this many any big actors being in it.
Yeah. But you know what? Back to like the cursing or like the slurs, like the F. Like, do you know how much people would pay to be called the F slur by Sigourney Weaver? Like, that's just it's just so
Oh,
funny. It's like,
I don't know. That would be weird to me for someone to pay for that. But if someone wants to, okay.
that'd be so
Um,
weird. It's just that like having Sigourney Weaver, like, you know, like Ellen Ripley, and then when they say the slurs and stuff, that's like stuff that's like used, like I've been called that, like for like just like even not even if it's comic book related or anything, or like I'm wearing like a shirt, you know. So like that's the stuff that happened back then, and it's probably happens to Seth Rogen, Nick Frost too. So like using it in their comedy was like they used it to their advantage for comedy, but also like it's mocking it.
mhm.
Hmm.
Um, that, so I really liked as well the Kristen Wiig's character of this Christian girl who Paul gave the secrets of the universe to basically, and it was hilarious the two of them's dynamic and how like I especially really liked like their first meeting of well, Paul is in the bathroom. He's just like, no, your ideas are bullshit.
Yeah, I had to look up the names of the actors and the characters because I totally forgot. Yeah.
One that really surprised me because I did not realize was in this. Um, because I'm guessing when I first watched the film, I'm guessing I hadn't watched Brooklyn Nine Nine at that point. So the so one of the police officers is the actor who plays is Boyle on Brooklyn Nine Nine. And I was so surprised to see him.
Is
Have you
that?
have you ever watched Brooklyn Nine Nine?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah. I
Uh,
oh Joe Lo Truglio. He played the character O'Reilly, and he was. Let me see.
yeah,
Hmm.
he was in Brooklyn Nine Nine as um Boyle Boyle.
Charles Boyle. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like that was really cool to me. You see him, and this is like a very similar role as well to Boyle because they're
yeah.
both police officers.
Being like a rookie agent, goofing off. That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But he was also a hardcore comic fan, and like he went to the comic store.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! You know what Andy Samberg movie I just watched? I watched uh Hot Rod.
Oh yeah,
You seen
nice.
that one?
I have not actually. I've been told that I should watch it by many people.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's like a stunt double, like Daredevil. He wants to be a Daredevil.
Mm. Another scene that was absolutely hilarious is when and the when Riley goes up to Paul in the comic book store. It's like I'm going to check if you're anatomically correct, and he's like, get your fucking hands off my balls. And that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man. Um. a recurring joke in the film that I absolutely loved was how it kept showing the owing different characters as this comic book that they made, and every person's reaction was 3 tits. That's awesome.
No, and then who was the character that said 4 tits? That's overkill. Yeah, that was crazy.
Good. Like they even at the end had one of the aliens in an alien language say it.
Yeah.
Like it's great. You know, oh, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you? It's obviously not going to happen at this point, but would you have wanted a sequel to this?
Sequels. I mean, it just catched on. Most likely, they would have a sequel. They
So
would pay Seth Rogen a lot of money. I would say no because I feel like,
it,
you know what, a Paul animated series. I would,
mm,
because Seth Rogen could voice, and I feel like that would be like more his
okay,
style,
that can make sense.
and they could get away with more like.
So this film was successful at the box office, but but Simon Pegg said that the reason that he never did a sequel is that their idea for a sequel was going to be one where it was going to have a lot of these aliens like Paul, and that was just going to be too expensive if
Oh
CGI
God,
wise.
CGI budget back in 2011. I mean, it looked pretty good though,
Oh yeah, it definitely did.
but I could see too many would difficult.
I
Yeah,
feel like it. I like. I kind of understand that, but on the other hand, and there's a part of me is it's like, um, it shouldn't be a lot more expensive if just because they can use the same basic model for each of these aliens. So, and they already have that model bought, so they can. So that I would think would keep the price down at least a bit.
true. I mean, I'm thinking of like how CGI works and like why they wouldn't have done it. Maybe they felt like the sequel wouldn't generate as much money because it's
Maybe.
also based like on ratings.
Yeah.
I think it only has like a 70%,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Something like that. But there have been things with lower percents that have gotten sequels. Very much lower percents that have gotten sequels.
Yeah. Also,
But
maybe they were like uh felt like big characters like Sigourney Weaver or like if they couldn't get back like the whole cast or like schedule.
possibly.
But
Also,
you know,
yeah. I like if they were to do a sequel, what I would honestly I think would be really cool is to have that they are um making a film adaptation of their comic that they wrote, and then Paul returns to Earth to be an advisor for making alien accuracy,
oh yeah,
sort of like
really
he did
cool.
for Steven Spielberg. I think that would make for a really funny and meta at a sequel.
Yeah, I can see that. That would be really cool.
Uh,
You
and
know
I
what?
also just
Yeah.
want to see more of the dynamic between Seth Rogen and Simon Pegg, because they have worked together, but worked together since then. But there hasn't been really many times where they've actually been on screen together or actually interacted together on screen. So so I want to see more of them interacting on screen because I really like their dynamic in this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like for like Simon Pegg, I would say that his projects. I mean, I can't really think of anything where like he worked with like
So
Seth Rogen types. If it's not comedy, he's
mhm.
doing like a smaller role. Even though like
so
in The Boys,
yeah,
being really
when I
fat, he was
say that
connected.
he's
Yeah,
when I say that he's done roles with Seth Rogen since then, but they haven't interacted together on screen, I'm talking about The Boys because
Yeah.
because Seth Rogen is behind the scenes on The Boys.
He is? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is an executive producer on the show. He was one of the people who actually like brought the show to life. Having got
Oh, yeah.
Amazon to do it. He's also very big behind the scenes of Invincible.
Yeah. Invincible. Yeah. No, that's what I think I sent the screenshot to you or like to
Mm-hmm.
the group.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg wearing the Invincible t-shirt. It was so cool.
Oh yeah,
Like think about
definitely.
it to now, both of those projects are owned by Amazon or like, produce the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, when's the last time Seth Rogen has done like a live action? He's always good at voicing characters or whatever. But when's the last time he's done like a live action or
He's
like a
um he's not doing as many live action roles because he's enjoying his time behind the
yeah.
but
I can't remember if it was an
he
interview.
was
Oh,
I
sorry. Go ahead.
know that he last year he was in The Fablemans, which is not a comedy but he was in that last year, and I'm pretty sure there was 2 years before that he was in a comedy called American Pickle.
American Pickle. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, so American
Uh,
Pickle is an absolutely ridiculous film. It is about this man from like the 50s or 40s or something that worked in a pickling factory and then accidentally fell into the pickling mixture, which preserved him as the plant got shut down because of this accident, until someone in present day broke open the container that the pickling a mixture and got him out, and somehow he's alive then in present day, and he starts trying to sell pickles in present day.
what?
It is
Where's it
ridiculous as
streaming?
hell.
Where is it?
It's a HBO Max film.
Okay, I gotta find it.
Yeah.
It just sounds ridiculous.
Oh yeah. And also Seth Rogen plays multiple roles in it, and both this guy who'd been pickled and the guy's his grandson, because he grandson that he goes to live with in present day. So there's two Seth Rogens.
That's
Oh, it's
yeah.
great. Um,
Yeah, I know that like there's some like comedians who have done interviews where they say that their comedy that they usually go to, like they're afraid of cancel culture. I don't know if I feel like Seth Rogen isn't the type to care about that because I
oh
feel
yeah,
like when he did
like
Sausage Party, the series,
he's made a point to say that he finds it dumb the comedians who complain about cancel culture and complain
yeah,
that people aren't finding their comedy funny anymore, or because he says that the mark of a good comedian is someone who can adapt as people's tastes change over the years, and people's tastes have changed.
yeah. I mean, Seth Rogen, he's like when I think about like the funniest like writers or like comedians, he's like on the top of the list, and especially like with like something like Paul, it has a good balance of comedy, but also like emotional moments.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
I don't know how much involved he was writing. Like I didn't even realize. It took me a minute to find out that in the opening, the poor dog. Oh my god! And the
Mm-hmm.
little girl crying out for Paul. I was so confused. I was like, "What is happening?" And then seeing that she's like, oh, like she's like a 7-year-old woman now, and she
Oh
was
yeah.
like outcasted basically because everyone didn't believe her, and like the actress who played Tara, the lady, she sold it so well, like
Oh yeah.
emotionally. It was like shocking to see like well, I know a lot of these actors are like, they're great. So like she delivered it so emotionally
Oh
And I
yeah.
think Paul just made a joke out of it in the next scene. So it's such a switch.
Yeah, but I love how at the line at the end of Paul saying, "I'm the cause of your life being taken away, so I might as well give you a new life." Like I thought that was a really cool line for that emotional through line for the film.
Yeah. And then Tara says, "Do I need my toothbrush?" And he says, "Where we going, we don't need teeth."
Uh,
Oh my
which is
god.
weird. Which is weird to say because all of the aliens have teeth. But yeah,
Do they? I
but
didn't wait.
yeah.
So
I noticed as he was saying that, and we saw like all the other aliens walking up and down the ship. They all have teeth, and Paul has teeth as well. So it's funny that he says that.
I don't know. That line was just
I
out
love
of
it.
it was
Oh
wacky.
man, yeah, definitely.
No, but Sigourney Weaver, uh, just arriving. What was she wearing? A blue dress and like heels, and then she has this like small smoking gun.
Mhm.
Like it was such an introduction, and she was the
Oh,
character named the big guy.
oh yeah.
Because of course, when you
I,
think of alien movies, she's
mhm.
always the first one to
Yeah,
pop up. Like
yeah.
getting her for a movie
I
like that.
think which around the same time when this released, they like there is another film that's using her that uses her as the big reveal at the end, and that being Cabin in the Woods, and I think both work really well.
Cabin in the Woods came out 2011 ish.
It came out 2012, but it was
Oh, she was the
originally
scientist, right?
yeah, she was like the person in charge of the whole thing in Cabin in the
Yeah.
Woods.
No, that's one of
Uh,
my favorite movies. It's directed by
so
mhm.
so Cabin in the Woods it was released in 2012, but it was originally supposed to release in 2011, and it got delayed.
No, that's like one of my favorite movies because the behind the scenes were crazy. Like
I bet.
just like to make like almost like the maze like CGI for all the creatures and like putting everyone in their own cubes and like shifting around, seeing how they made that process, it was like one of my favorite like it's one of the reasons I love to study film and like movies, like seeing
Oh yeah,
behind the scenes stuff like that.
yeah,
And
definitely.
it's so funny to say what's his name, Chris Hemsworth, before the fame of Thor, which is like I think it was a year before Thor came out, like 2012 or 2013 when the first Thor came out.
2011 was when the first Thor came out.
2011.
Yeah.
Oh, so he filmed this probably before that. So, but it was in the same time. So, like, I don't know. I don't think Cabin in the Woods was popular in 2011.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Cabin in the Woods, it actually filmed in like 2009, and
2009. Oh my gosh.
and it got delayed a lot.
Yeah.
But they had then happily had the coincidence of after Thor and the Avengers coming out, Chris Hemsworth was now a big popular person, and that gave the film a massive boost.
No, I remember reading that the about the time gap of when it was actually filmed, and that like Chris Hemsworth looked very different
Oh yeah.
in the same year. So like he beefed up for Thor, but there he was kind of like this skin, like little like
Mm,
leaner,
yeah.
skinnier.
Yeah, and that's because he filmed it
I
literally
know.
3 years earlier.
I mean,
Oh
all
man.
the characters in Cabin in the Woods were really good.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
if
definitely.
there was like a sequel or like a prequel to like how it first started, like the most interested thing that everybody loved was how like they show
I
like
think
there was
it would
actually
be.
mythological creatures in other countries that were also
Mhm.
hunting people.
I think what would be cool to see would be instead of like a prequel film or a sequel film. I think would be great is a prequel anthology TV show. So we get so each episode is showing a different group of people, and then the office of people watching them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most interesting thing was that how they set up that it just depends. It's a random select. Like, you know how funny, you don't understand how like crazy it is that they literally had this board of all the options. They were betting on what gets chosen in the
Oh
room
yeah,
to
yeah.
see if it was the Mermaid Man, if it was gonna be the ballerina demon, or like something like weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it was like the concept of Cabin in the Woods was so interesting that why didn't they cash it in? It's like why didn't they make sequels? Why didn't they make like a prequel? They could do like other countries, like there's other districts in the world that are doing the same work because they're
Yeah.
all like working together, doing these like they're like setting up these traps for like normal people to be their sacrifices all over the country in different like sectors or whatever.
Yeah.
So like if there was any like we live in the era of sequels and prequels and stuff like that. So like there's movies that don't deserve sequels and prequels. Like or don't necessarily need them. But something like Cabin in the Woods, which is actually interesting, deserves something like that. It
Mm-hmm.
does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if within the next few years we get something like that. I think especially actually in the era of streaming, I could easily see a TV show happen like that, um I feel like the streaming service that would try to do it is Peacock because Peacock is very willing to go wacky with their shows.
Peacock, yeah.
I like one show that I watched
The
from
budget would be
Peacock
high
that
though.
I one show that I watched from Peacock that I absolutely loved is their Twisted Metal show, which stars Anthony Mackie.
Oh, season two, I saw, but the girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Stephanie Beatrice.
Mm-hmm.
I saw
She's
them
on it.
take a season two picture, like they were in like those chairs, director
Oh
chairs or
yeah,
whatever.
it's good. I loved that show. It was so much fun.
I haven't seen it yet. I have to. Where is it on?
Peacock.
Peacock. Yeah, I think I gotta renew my account or like do a free trial and see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was something on Peacock that I was watching, but I forgot. Oh no, I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
they also
something else.
another thing that they have on Peacock, like another show that I absolutely loved, is the Ted TV show.
Oh yeah, I mean, is that what I watched on Peacock? I think it was because my dad loves Ted.
Oh yeah,
It was like it almost felt like Goldberg's, but with Ted.
yeah, definitely.
It's pretty good.
I thought of it a kind of like I have like an R-rated version of. Have you ever heard of the sitcom from the '80s, Alf?
Like Alf, Alf, yeah,
Yeah,
Alf,
like
yeah.
I thought of it as I thought it felt like a R-rated version of Alf with Alf since and that is about a furry creature that's living with his family.
I've watched those episodes of Alf. He gets away with R-rated things because the things that
Mhm.
like the traumatizing things that he's done,
Oh yeah,
trying to eat a cat, always like he's crazy.
Oh,
Alf
yeah.
is like Ted. You know what it feels like because you know it's like Seth MacFarlane and like is that his name? So like what's his Family Guy creator?
Mhm.
It almost feels like Family Guy because it's like he's attached
I
to it.
think it's like
But yeah.
it's and it's a little bit like Family Guy, but I think it's a lot more of an emotional show than Family Guy because there are definitely a lot of emotional moments in the Ted TV show.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so funny that they make you feel like what's the Ted 2 or like whenever he was about to die
Yeah.
and the second wish saved him and it's like
Oh
Why
yeah.
am I crying over this bear?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Die.
Oh man. I love Ted. And honestly, and just Seth MacFarlane in general. He is a great talent. Oh man.
Yeah.
So in the Paul movie though, one twist that I did not remember from when I originally watched it that was nice. I forgot it because I was able to get it again. Is that it Jason Bateman's character ended up being Paul's friend at the end.
That I still didn't understand. When he said that he zapped the agent, I thought man he like zapped and like killed. And then it turned out to be this guy. But then when he said that zapping was like when he touched him like at the farmhouse and like shocked him,
Mhm.
that's what zapping was. So it came clear at the end.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, so he was trying to get to Paul first before the big guy,
yeah.
and they kept it a mystery till the end, which I liked because it
Oh
kept
yeah.
the anticipation. And then what's her name? The girl's Bible dad coming
Hmm.
in and like trying to shoot Paul and like
Oh yeah. And like the Bible that it was hilarious and how and it was so much fun seeing Paul make fun of him so much. And
yeah.
honestly, all the characters made fun of him.
No, when Paul gave her what is it called? Internal knowledge?
Sorry, like that.
Yeah,
I think
eternal
he
all
gave
knowing.
her like all of the knowledge that he has.
I know. Like and she was still like to me that was like one of the more interesting parts because like you could have proof of like alien life right in your face, and
Hmm.
I come from like religious family,
The
so
yeah,
like you
I
know like
also came from a religious family, and like this film made me think about like if I actually interacted with an alien when I used to believe in God, would I have thought it was a demon? Because I don't think I would, just because there is a specific concept of what we believe that what I was taught that demons would look like, and Paul doesn't look like that.
yeah. Well, you know the whole thing about the Bible is that there's a very it like angels are one of the most terrifying things where if you like described an angel, it would almost be alien type.
Yeah.
Because you know what, angels and like whatever, they are kind of aliens to Earth because they're not from here. They're like
Mm-hmm.
so like whenever you see like a conspiracy video about like how stuff if there was an alien that came to Earth and there was like a tribe of people, they would interpret it as a god or a type of being coming
Yeah.
down. And then later on Christian like religion would turn those people into like figures of
Mm-hmm.
like God like like angels or like etc. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so like the concept of like I forget what's her character name? Is it
Um,
Jen? No. I'm gonna look
I'm
it up.
not sure. Kristen Wiig's character.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what her name was.
Oh, I have it right here. Ruth. So like Ruth is this like Christian girl. She like is raised, to learn like certain way. And then when Paul challenges everything she's been taught, it kind of feels it's like something like where I feel like a lot of people can relate to coming back from like religious. They're just like
Oh yeah.
being taught one way, and then there's something that totally throws everything out of the what you were thinking.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the
Definitely.
room
Like
for possibility
it.
changes.
Um, deconstructing acting religion is is yeah, a lot of people, as we stopped believing in God, have dealt with it. But also, yeah, like the idea of something coming along that really like throws that wrench in, and is absolutely something that happens. For me, a big stepping stone was like as a kid, I was because I was in the Catholic Church. I was taught to be ought to be homophobic. But I met a gay couple one time at a bar, as they were celebrating their anniversary, and like all I could feel is love for them. I was like, I don't immediately that happened. I was like, why? What's the point of why? What's the point of hating them? It's so dumb.
Yeah, that's like how I feel about like recently I was watching Umbrella Academy, and there's a certain family member who has a certain beef against uh the transgender person who plays
Hmm.
Victor, like Ellie. So like I had to stop the show because this person didn't understand how this character was female in the beginning, had and now is a boy, has the short hair or whatever. So
Hmm.
it's like especially it's so weird to like people can have hatred or not understanding when like the basics of the Bible is to accept everyone and love
Yeah.
everyone. So
The
like
thing is, the Bible has been hijacked by so many different rewritings of it, and writings to fit different bigoted people's point of view. So that has very much formed why a lot of people who believe in God are bigoted.
yeah, that's true.
It's
Yeah, I talked to like especially my dad. He actually likes when we talk about conspiracy theories and like how the church changed a lot of the text or whatever, picked and choose to
Mhm.
have control over the people.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's what justified like slavery or like people going out like indigenous or like black people who like lost their culture because they got taught Christianity and to speak English, stuff like that, and
Mhm.
how it was justified and like learning camps, like stuff like that, like how it's like it was like the whole fight of how is it the Bible or is it people that are doing the bad actions? Which it's like, how can you blame the Bible for human actions? Or like, even though the Bible can be used as a tool against people or justify things.
Yeah.
So like, I feel
How
like that's
I
why Paul was so mad.
how I see it is people using the Bible and Christianity as an excuse to be bad people.
Mhm.
Like you um Christianity and the Bible aren't inherently bad themselves, but there are certain people who use those as an excuse and to be bad people and say, "Oh, you can't judge me for being any bad because it's my religion." No, that's not actually what your religion says. You're just using the idea of your religion to be a bad person.
Mhm.
Um, and the same as Republicans, they use they say that you can't and judge me for being this bad person because this is my political party. No, you're just choosing to be a bad person in using your politics as a shield, and it doesn't work because we see right through it.
True. Yeah. That's like that's like a big issue, and that's what the the magic of like films and stuff can make fun of that stuff and sometimes get away with it, which protesting or like doing can't. So like when you like consider like Paul or like something like The Boys that gets away with like making mocking Republican and like both sides, all sides about how stupid it could actually be, the fighting and stuff over things that are no one's business, like just to mind their business,
I know that there really is not a lot to actually talk about with the movie, Paul. But it was just a film that I wanted to rewatch, and so I wanted to do an episode on it. But is there any final things you'd like to say about the film before I end off this review?
Well, I feel like we should appreciate the CGI.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
it looked really great.
When he took away Ruth's eye, the blindness in her eye, like the effect of him transferring the actual like the blindness to his eye, but then it fading away was such a cool thing. Like it was meant to be like wacky or whatever, but like just like 2011, like when you think about like the CGI back then, really it was like 50-50 depending on what you're watching, the budget or whatever.
Oh yeah, and like I love the moment at the end where he kind of sacrifices himself to save Abe Simon Pegg's character, in doing that, and like how the wound grows on his chest as it looks gnarly on there. I think that was some really great CGI. Yeah, I definitely agree about the out appreciating the CGI.
Yeah. No, when he brought back that bird just to eat it,
yeah, that was hilarious.
Like I think I saw that clip years ago, but I didn't know what movie it was. But I kind of remember watching that movie maybe at my grandpa's house or something. Because I remember that. I remember an alien eating a bird. It felt like it came back to me like years ago. I remember watching this alien eat a bird, but I never knew what movie it was. It's so funny.
Definitely. I also really love how reckless Paul is at driving.
Well, it's not an aircraft. He can't.
It's sad that in 70 years, nobody at the government was like, we'll teach him how to drive.
I know. But you know what? He was there for 60 years. They ever did like a prequel or something. There's like 60 years of like.
You didn't simply since Jason Bateman's character is his friend.
Yeah,
he could have taught him how to drive. They would have had a lot of fun with that.
What was that? Was there a line where he said that he created X-Files?
He didn't say he created X-Files. He said he came up with the idea for Agent Scully in it.
Agent Scully.
I think that was what he said.
Is it? I thought he said Mulder.
Oh yeah, Mulder. Yeah.
I think he based Mulder off of Jason Bateman's character, right?
Probably. Yeah.
I think that's what he was saying, because I was like, I love X-Files. That's like one of my favorite.
And like he also was like, they also showed him advising Steven Spielberg for E.T., which was awesome.
That was funny.
And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure in that scene when he was advising Steven Spielberg, they had him inside the same warehouse as in Indiana Jones, I think. The famous warehouse that's shown in multiple Indiana Jones films.
I was wondering because that warehouse.
It looked familiar.
Like a giant set piece. Do you think it's on Universal Studios? Or wait, the Harrison Ford, the Indiana Jones. Those are it would be what's it called? Universal Studios or no?
Those
Disney.
those are Disney now. But they now because they were made by Lucasfilms.
I feel like the set
Before
pieces.
Disney bought Lucasfilms, I'm pretty sure Lucasfilms was just independent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where the Indiana Jones set pieces would be, like in a museum or like if they were like
I would
rebuilt.
imagine they're probably just rebuilt every time, to be
Who
honest,
knows?
because
It could
they're
have been a
so big.
CGI. It could have been a CGI
Oh yeah, it
warehouse.
could be easily like
Yeah,
it would
it's
make
probably
sense
Disney.
actually for it to be CGI since
It could have been a
that
recreation
would
of the
be
warehouse. Yeah.
well. I say they make sense. It could be CGI because
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure a lot of scenes in films where the only character in it is CGI. They will completely do the background CGI as well. So just to make it so that things fit together more.
Yeah. But overall, the movie was good. Like
Yeah,
it was a fun time. I watched it with my sister. She liked it.
nice. Nice. I love this film, and it was so nice being able to go back and I can watch it again after all these years.
Yeah.
That's I think really everything to say about the film. Are there any just final things in general that you'd like to say, before I end this off at all?
Okay.
Sorry,
I mean,
sorry if I put you on spot. Yeah, you don't have to say that.
I'm just trying to think. I'm just like, what can you say? Seth Rogen knows how to voice a character who. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? When he asked if Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's characters, I forget their names. Uh, he asked them if they were both gay, and that he said that everybody was bi on his
Oh
planet.
yeah.
I think he was trying to initiate a threesome because
Oh, about that. He may
he's
have
been jailed,
been.
he's been locked away or he's been away for 60 years,
Yeah,
and
maybe, but also he didn't really express any attraction throughout the rest of the film. So I don't
we
know.
know when he
Like
said everybody was bi on his
he
planet.
said that all the people on his planet are bi, but I wouldn't be surprised if actually his character may have been Ace because Ace having no attraction because I don't remember a single scene where he like explicitly seemed attracted to anyone.
Mm, well, it's
Like
Seth Rogen.
it's fine. I'm fine with it if he is bi. I'm just saying that like the fact that he didn't like explicitly show anything that just gave me a little bit of the vibe of he could be the ace, and I think there's not a lot of representation for ace people.
True.
So it'd be cool if he was ace. I think.
Yeah. But it was just funny. I feel
Oh
like
yeah, definitely. That definitely could be the case. It's but I do love of
you know
just
what
the
I was
idea
waiting
that he
for?
is.
I was
Uh,
waiting for him and the big guy or Sigourney Weaver's character. I thought they were dating or something. That's why she was after him and wanted him back.
you know,
I thought they were. I thought he was gonna
I
make a joke
so
that he dated her or something.
again, just like with the Jason Bateman reveal, I did not remember that Sigourney Weaver was in this,
Hmm.
and the whole time as we were hearing that voice on the phone, I was thinking it was I was thinking it might be the lady from the bar at the bar,
Jane
the
Lynch. Oh,
yeah, Jane Lynch's character. Like it kind of sounded like her to me, and I was like that would be a cool twist for her to secretly be a secret agent.
yeah. You know another weird thing. This movie was like really gay. Well, Jane Lynch's character and Ruth, because Ruth said that she was gonna have a bunch of intercourse and like
Mm-hmm.
frequent. Why were Jane Lynch the waitress at the Alien Cafe and Ruth like flirting with each other in the audience? That was such a weird like the
Like
end
that's
scene. Like it was just so funny to watch. And I know Jane Lynch, she's funny.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I just love the film. And that's what that is really everything to say. So thank you everyone for listening. If you like this Gamma analysis, please give a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or a 5-star rating on Spotify. I again, please check out Joey on his TikTok channel, which is I'm not going in there. Check him out. He's a lot of fun on there. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the film, so please let me know. If you'd like to listen to more from me, please subscribe. Many more Gamma analysis from me coming, so keep on the lookout. This again is your host, Master John, signing off.